The best interdictor in the game? Well, it might be, guys. Here we have the SU-24M in the dev server. We are gonna take a look on the aircraft itself, on what it's capable of, and compare it to a little bit while we talk about the Tornado and the F-111 as well. Finally, the Soviet interdictor is here. Guys, this is a very interesting aircraft. It is very modernized, I gotta say, but not as much as you thought. No R-73s or anything that would categorize it as an M2 variant, but it has one thing. The Cobb 500S, from what some people claim that only the M2 used, but everything else, it is pretty much the SU-24M, right? So yeah, it has a radar for air to ground. Not air to ground, it's more like terrain following and other things, but I mean, I don't know if it's properly modeled. We're gonna take a look. The engines are the Lucas, the Saturn AL21s, right? They're not the strongest engines ever, but they do produce a lot of power, and the one thing that this aircraft has is a better air-to-ground capability than any other interdictor. Why? Because of this, guys. So, yeah, you can take basically anything with this. You can take the R60s to defend yourselves. You know, it's always nice to defend yourself. You can take unguided 250s, the M62 500, a lot of them, 10 of those. You can take the SH 500, which is the parachute bomb. You can take the Cobb 1500 KR, which is the TV guided one. Huge bomb, 1000 kilograms, 1500 kilograms, 700 kilograms of TNT, TV guided. The same bomb, technically, but I mean, it looks very different. I wonder if it's because of the guidance system, but yeah, the Cobb 1500L. I mean, it's in the same size as the 500. Maybe it's a bug, maybe, I don't know. Looks too small, doesn't it? I don't know, but still 700 kilograms of TNT. You have the parachute 250s, the 100 kilogram bombs, of course. They were used heavily in the Syrian war. It's pretty interesting that they use these bombs. You have the FAB 1500 M46, which is a very old bomb, but very big bomb. That has almost 700 kilograms of TNT. You have the Cobb 500L, so this is the laser guided one. You have the Cobb 500S, which is the GPS guided or GNSS guided, GLONASS guided bomb. You have the M62 250, which is a pretty good bomb, very efficient on the weight. The Cobb 500 with the TV guidance. You have the ZABS 500s, of course. S-25s. I mean, look at the amount of bombs and missiles and rockets, and like, look at this. You can take 3 of these KH-29TEs. You can take the L version. The here again, Cobb 500S. I don't know why. S25Ls. It's just an enormous amount of bombs, rockets, anything. And these babies that I'm gonna show to you guys, rotary 23 millimeters that have an enormous amount of firepower. So very, very good. Look at the amount of bombs and rockets and stuff that you can actually take together. You know, that's the thing about this aircraft, is that not only you can defend it yourself, but you can take so many types of bombs and in a large quantity, so that you can actually be way more effective than some of the other interdictors like the Tornado and like the F-111s, right? That's why I think this is going to be the best interdictor in ground battles. Maybe not in air battles, but in ground battles, man. I mean, 7 of these guided 500 kilogram bombs. These are huge bombs, man. 1,000 pounds bombs, you know, it's huge, and you can take like 7 of them together with some other things. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how good this thing is in the air-to-ground role. Of course, we have the Kaida system, TV system, no thermals if I'm not mistaken, and of course the GPS guided systems as well, right? So let's fly a little bit with nothing to actually know how this thing actually performs, and then we take a look on some of the other loadouts and options of weapons that we can actually use on this thing. So yeah, let's just go to a test flight. So the cockpit is not here yet. And as you see, it takes its time. It's not a fast accelerating aircraft, although it is a pretty fast aircraft no matter what. It's just that the acceleration isn't the greatest. You don't have a lot of flares in chaff, but it's better than the F111F, right? So at least it's something. You have the MAL system to protect you. You will auto-deploy flares in chaff, you know. So that's good. And as you see, the performance isn't the greatest thing ever. It takes its time, accelerating, everything. It's not an aircraft that it's supposed to be fighting jets, you know. It's supposed to be fighting tanks. It's supposed to be bombing targets behind enemy lines. I mean, it does have an incredible cannon. Look at this. Yeah, it's a 23mm that has like one of the highest amounts of rounds per minute in the game, and it's fast. It just doesn't accelerate well, right? So let's test it out a little bit of the performance of this thing. I mean, look at how many seconds it is. 1, 2, 3. It's 500 rounds in like 3 seconds. It's crazy. It really is. And I mean, it's still fast, right? Look at the maximum speed there. It's pretty alright at these altitudes. It's nothing like crazy good. The F111 will be way faster than this thing. Even the Tornado, I think. I have to check, but even the Tornado, I'm pretty sure. But it's still there. It can do well, you know. You can do well enough for the objective of these aircraft. The radar, as I said, although in real life it is a ground radar in some other modes and stuff, in the game it's non-usable for now. And yeah, Mach 1.9, very, very, very capable. It's not like it's slow. It's just that you gotta be careful. Even in the turn. Let me just wait for the thing here. I mean, it just maintains it. It's nothing crazy, but it's not bad. And in the turning capability, it is pretty good. Like, it's alright. It's on par with some of the other aircrafts that you see there, right? So let's open our wings to see how much it turns. See, like, it's sluggish. It's not gonna be able to dogfight very well. You can use your takeoff flaps. That helps a little bit. But look at this. I mean, it doesn't turn very well, but it has a pretty good amount of energy retention. I mean, it's just maintaining the energy pretty well here, right? So don't expect this thing to be a dogfighter, obviously, but it performs well enough for you to fly it in most conditions. So let's take a look on some of the weapon systems. And one cool thing that you can do that I forgot to mention to you guys is that you can take literally 4, basically, of the Gatling guns that this aircraft can take. So yeah, look at this. It kind of even drains the FPS. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I already spent like almost all my ammo. My god. Jesus Christ. It's a lot of rounds. It's 105 kilograms per second of burst mass with these. So don't go in a head on with these things. If the guy wants to, he can destroy you with these Gatling guns. Oh my god. And this is where I think the SU-24 shines, right? Look at this payload. It's just kind of crazy, right? And I mean, I'm still using 4 R60Ms there. I still can use like 2 more 500 kilogram bombs there. I'm using 2 1500s, a KH-29, GPS guided, TV guided bombs, everything that you want, and you can kill many targets with, I mean, you can take like 7 targets very precisely, right? So for example, here we would have one of those, right? One of the, you don't have thermals here, but yeah, we can have one of the KHs to fire. Obviously going to go there. We can have a laser guided bomb right there, and it will just drop and guide itself. Yeah, let's maintain it. Is the laser on? I don't know if it's properly guiding. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, there you go. It's guiding. So each of these bombs and rockets and stuff, they can do a lot of damage. And then we have the coolest thing of the patch probably, which is the GPS guided bombs. I will do a proper video on it, but with the GPS guided bomb, you just kinda don't care. You just aim to the target, you click to shoot, and that's it. You have to forget about it. Of course, if the target moves around, it's not a good fit for the bomb itself. But yeah, a GPS guidance will guide the bomb directly to the target in a very, very good way. The F-111s, I don't think will have this, and neither is the Tornado. So it's another advantage of a bomb. So although, yeah, the F-111 are cool, the Tornadoes are cool, but this thing, man, for air to ground is gonna be deadly. It's gonna be very fast and very deadly. The only problem that I see with this aircraft is the lack of a thermal for the air to ground, and of course the performance. You have to be careful in the air to air, so one of each. But it's not like it's incredibly bad to not have thermals. It does help a lot, and of course it's not, you know, really, really bad to just not have the you know, the ability to dogfight and stuff. It's not meant to be doing that, right? So yeah, it's complicated, but it's still pretty cool. So yeah, guys, basically this is it. This is the SU-24, long awaited aircraft that is finally added to the game. Hopefully people enjoyed it. I mean, I guess a lot of people will say that it is dead on arrival. In certain instances, yes, but the thing is that any interdictor will be technically dead on arrival. Why? Because it's not meant to be fighting air to air, you know. So for air to ground, it will be a deadly aircraft. But for air to air, you gotta be careful. So, yeah, it's cool and fast, very realistic, and very cool to see an aircraft that is being used right now in the game. So, yeah, see you guys on the next one. Bye, subscribe, see ya.